a shot, and it's a goal! And KC has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. And that's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Boy, my son score, my son score, my son score, my son score.
Greatness begins here.
Need to estimate your duty? Perform a track and trace? Search for a declaration?
Then download the Jamaica Customs mobile app today. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
12 p.m.
Thanks for joining us for CVM News at noon. It's Monday, September 15, 2025. I'm Amoy Harriet. Up first this afternoon, public transport operators are staging protests in Mount Pelier, St. James over what they lament is the terrible state of the road. Operators say the road has been dug up to lay pipes for some time now, and it hasn't been restored. Now, CVM St. James correspondent Kingsley Thompson is on location. He told us he observed several vehicles falling into potholes.
Background, it's a very early morning, it's a foggy morning, and we're at the intersection of the Mount Pelier and the Cambridge main roads. We're in Mount Pelier. On the left, this is the road heading to Bickerstead, Cambridge, Catadupa, all the way into St. Elizabeth. On the right, the main road heading to Bethel Town, heading to places like Savlamar, Black River, Santa Cruz. And the drivers on this side here are staging a peaceful protest. They are protesting the condition of the road in this area. It started with the laying of pipes. Pipes were laid along one section of the road, and that area has not been restored. So it creates a traffic nightmare in the mornings and evenings, and even during the days. We had a hard time getting here this morning, falling into a few deep, very deep potholes. I fell into one pothole that my car went all the way onto the bottom. We were lying on the road, and this is what the drivers have to put up with. They said they've had enough, and this morning they're out here telling their story.
Now, Miss Jamaica Universe 2017 Davina Bennett is recovering after she was hit by a car in New York City over the weekend. The model shared the terrifying experience on Instagram, revealing that the incident happened on September 13 after she had just finished walking in a show for stylist Kalana Barfield Brown, who recently collaborated with Target. Now, Miss Bennett says she was only minutes away from home when she was struck while using a pedestrian crossing. She woke up in an ambulance surrounded by paramedics, confused, scared, and in shock. Now, despite being in severe pain and covered in bruises, doctors were amazed that she had no broken bones or fractures, a result Miss Bennett credits to God. Now, in her post, she expressed disappointment about missing scheduled runway shows, but says she's grateful to be alive and determined to continue chasing her dreams. Now, newly elected Member of Parliament for Western Hanover, Heather Miller Bennett, says cleaning and repairs are underway for the Venture Gutter, which leads through the township of Lucy. She says lack of maintenance in previous years has resulted in this area being flooded every time it rains. Meanwhile, Culture Minister and St. Catherine Central Member of Parliament Olivia Grange is demanding the opposition People's National Party declares what action it will take in relation to Spanish Town Mayor Norman Scott. Mr. Scott has been slapped with criminal charges following an election day altercation between a female JLP worker in St. Elizabeth. More from Nika Lewis.
Condemnation for the Spanish Town mayor continues. This time, the Jamaica Labour Party's latest punch came from MP-elect in St. Catherine Central, Olivia Babsy Grange, demanding the PNP states its position on the matter now that Scott's been criminally charged. Grange, who's also the country's gender affairs minister, insists there's no excuse for abuse, while lauding the efforts to secure justice for the female said to be a JLP worker. She also shared that since the charges against the mayor, threats have been made against the woman's life.
Violence in any shape or form is to be condemned. There's no excuse for abuse. It is good that moves have been made to hold the perpetrator accountable. The representative of Jamaica Labour Party, who was reportedly attacked, has the full support of our party, the full support of the women of the party. I have spoken to her, and she is concerned for her safety. Her family is concerned. And this follows word of a threat on her life. We are monitoring the issue closely and are confident that the law will be allowed to take its course.
According to police reports Friday, Scott, a vice president of the PNP, has been formally charged with assault occasioning bodily harm and malicious destruction of property. The incident reportedly occurred in St. Elizabeth, Southeastern, where Scott serves as the PNP's caretaker candidate. Minister Grange notes the impact of the charges and the message to society that those in authority are not above the law and must be held accountable, especially where there's abuse.
It is an important development in Jamaica when the signal is again sent that individuals in authority will not escape sanctions for acts of violence against our nation's women. There is no excuse for abuse.
Ms. Grange insists the PNP's leadership should immediately indicate publicly what action it intends to take against Scott, who is now facing 2 criminal charges in relation to an attack on a Jamaican woman who was serving her party and country. Nika Lewis, CVM News.
Now, CVM News made several calls to the PNP's communication arm to secure a comment in relation to this report, but all calls went unanswered. Now, the National Water Commission, NWC, says water restrictions in the corporate area will remain in place despite recent rainfall. On Sunday, Acting Corporate Public Relations Manager Delano Williams shared that storage levels at the Mona Reservoir and Hermitage Dam remain below sustainable levels at under 50% and 70% respectively. He notes that both catchments are also below last year's levels. Now, Mr. Williams reasons that the restrictions are necessary to preserve supplies during the dry months, adding while water will be provided during prescribed hours, some communities may still experience water lockoffs. And it's time for a break, but stay with us. Our live interview segment is up next.
I've been here before. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Look! Come on. There's only one thing that this gang fear. Take a Farco! Farco Rapid Kill gives quick and effective control of all crawling and flying insects. Farco Rapid Kill, strong and effective, and a fresh lemon smell. Remove the pests you don't want. Farco Rapid Kill, the effective solution with rapid killing power. Farco, tough solutions for tough problems.
Getting the keys to your own home is a feeling many cannot describe. It's a moment we all hope for and a dream that all Jamaicans have. The new social housing program is the difference between a dream and reality. The government, through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, is building hope, one home at a time.
Join us this week on Tourism One-on-One as we speak to the winner of the first installment of the Tourism Enhancement Fund's groundbreaking Tourism Innovation Incubator Program, Dr. Dwayne Chambers.
Welcome back to CVM News at noon. Now, it's been recently reported that TikTok pages based overseas have been using the Minister of Labour and Social Security, Colonel Charles Jr.'s countenance as bait for fraudulent overseas employment opportunities. He now joins us to speak out against this scam. Welcome, Minister Charles Jr.
Thank you. All the best to you.
All right, so how exactly did you become aware of this ongoing scam?
Firstly, I started to get a lot of calls from persons asking me if they should send me any more information. And, you know, that direct contact to me from persons who were involved or at least engaging these people revealed that there were not just one, but a number of pages and persons that have been using my image or associating themselves with me or the ministry so that they could gain credibility to target persons who they know are seeking jobs, particularly in this case, farm work opportunity. We had one person come to me to indicate that, you know, they're putting together the money to send for the farm work. And I had to say, what are you talking about? There's no money that's involved in you applying for farm work. Farm work cards are not for sale. But that discussion with someone who I didn't really know, but I just met them by the way, led to me getting the understanding that not just the TikTok pages and social media, but there are individuals that are creating cards that they give the impression are farm work cards. I want it to be very clear. We have removed that system. We no longer present a card to someone at that stage. All we ask for are the names and the numbers, and we contact them from our office so that we can mitigate against any fraudulent activity like this. So those are the interactions that I had that led me now to become very alert and aware of the several attempts to defraud Jamaicans.
So have you received any reports of persons who've actually gone ahead and made payments?
Yes, there are persons who have made payments. Some of them actually are scared to give information. There's one person who had told me that there was an actual venue set up for them to continue the payments. So yes, there are persons that have engaged, provided their banking details, made payments, and it's unfortunate. You know, we have, hopefully we are able, because we are now exposing it, to cause other persons to not fall prey or to be victims by launching this heavy public awareness. We've been doing this for some time. We have been speaking about this for about 2-3 years. And every time around this season, we see that there is an uptick because the interest, particularly in farm work, becomes increased. So we continue to raise the issue and to hope that persons don't spend their real money on these fake opportunities.
So, Minister, for an incident like this, a scam like this, what do you think it says about, you know, dare I say that the desperation of some Jamaicans to work overseas?
Jamaicans are ambitious. I don't think they're desperate. I think we are ambitious. And if we see there are any opportunities for higher earnings, we're going to take it. I think what it speaks to is the manipulative characteristic of the criminal. And where they see opportunity, they are going to pounce. Right now, Jamaica's unemployment is at its lowest. Investment is booming. It means not just for farm work, but for all types of jobs. There is an expansion in opportunities. Even in farm work, we have more requests now than we did before, which means farm work opportunities are also expanding. So it's not just attractive to the applicants, but it is also attractive to persons who want to scam applicants. And so I wouldn't say desperation, I'd say that our people are ambitious, and that we need this even more reason why we need to be very alert and aware to avoid persons that are using the system to their own selfish means.
So do you think in any way that, this reflects some sort of deeper issue in terms of the employment opportunities here in Jamaica?
I think we continue to have in Jamaica an expanding range of opportunities. And I don't think it should mean that we won't see Jamaicans looking overseas. Our goal is to create a dynamic set of labor market opportunities for Jamaicans, whether it is locally or through our overseas employment program. I don't know that this speaks directly to it, but I do know that there's more focus now on jobs than ever before because of the urgency and because of our expanded work in terms of the labor road shows. And as I said before, where it is becoming more attractive to the potential applicants and job seekers, it's also going to become more attractive to the criminals. And that's the big reason why we have to be raising awareness now.
All right, let's head to a quick break, and then after the break, we'll pick up back on this conversation with Minister Pernell Charles Jr. We'll be right back.
You know what's sweet? The new pack sweet living promotion. Win great prizes. Living room set, or bedroom set, or kitchen appliance set. Plus 2 consolation prizes of AC units. Send in 5 new pack labels or receipts. Labels must belong to at least the new pack canned beans or peas, new pack ketchup, and new pack oil categories. Fill out the tagline. New pack, more than just value. Place your entry in one of the drop boxes at participating outlets. Enter by mail or online at newpackjamaica.com. Time to live sweet. Enter the new pack sweet living promotion. July 13th to September 6th. See the press for more details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lottery.
Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments, Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
Welcome to High School Pitchside. Hear from your alma mater's players and coaches in Team Talk.
You know we can't leave you out, so send us your messages on social media and watch us react on FanView.
Trust me, you won't fall asleep in this history class.
We've got you covered
all season long
on High School Pitchside.
High School Pitchside, your ultimate guide to all things schoolboy football, Fridays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
Welcome back to CVM News at noon. Now, before the break, we were talking to Minister Pernell Charles Jr. about a fraudulent overseas employment program that's being advertised on TikTok. Now, Minister, can you tell us in what way, your ministry is supporting safe, transparent pathways for overseas employment?
Number one, we are ramping up our public awareness and education, like what I'm doing right now. We also have an approved list of employment agencies and entities, which we publish. You can go on our social media and you can get that list to ensure that whoever you are engaging with is on that list. And we also have a WhatsApp hotline. That's 876-553-5457. That's 876-553-5457. And you can always contact us with any questions you have if you feel that you're engaging with an agency or an individual. There's also our website, which also offers the information for the approved list and also how to contact us. So several different points of interaction to make sure that we keep you safe. Again, what I'll say to you, ask questions. You are not to provide any money at all for a farmer card. Once you hear somebody talking about paying for a card, it means don't engage, don't contact them, contact the ministry and move on. One thing quickly, There are persons who believe that they're getting through using these agencies. You're not. Many of them have asked multiple persons for cards. So they may go to their MP and they're on their MP's list, and then they go to this agency and they pay. And because of the coincidence of time, they believe that the agency is working faster than the MP, when in truth, it's just that the MP's process has come through. Do not be fooled. None of these agencies, none of these individuals outside of the usual process work. It's scam. Do not fall for the scam. Follow the procedures. Contact us if you need verification. Stay alert, ask questions, and report any suspicious activity.
All right, thank you so much, Minister of Labour and Social Security Pernell Charles Jr. All right, news now overseas. The government of Nepal has been assessing the economic impact of the protests and riots that shook the nation last week. The deployment of troops and the appointment of an interim prime minister have restored order, but the cost of the unrest is daunting for the nation. Al Jazeera tells us more.